Hey guys, and welcome back to this exclusive interview with Charlie Wheeler about his current album, What Comes Next.
Hello.
Hello, you alright?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me on.
It's okay, so I'll ask you a few questions if you just want to answer them and we'll talk about it.
Perfect.
Okay, so the first question is, what was your favourite poem to write for the album, do you think?
I mean, I like a lot of them because they're very personal to me.
Yeah.
But I think like one of the poems which I wrote, which wasn't actually about me as such, was called McIntyre.
Ooh.
Basically, like there are bits of it which are about me, but like as a whole, it's from a perspective of a boy in my favorite book, which is called "History Is All You Left Me" by Adam Silvera.
Oh, I've
Incredible
never heard
book.
of that.
You
Is
can,
it good?
Yeah, you can borrow it if you want it.
Oh,
It is good.
I might.
Basically, it's like a romance, and like these two boys have been together, and then they split up, and unfortunately, one of them dies in a drowning accident, and it's about coming to terms with loss. So in terms of like from a personal perspective, that kind of
You feel like it connects.
yeah, exactly. Like there was a bit where like when someone close to me passed away, and I said like I'll not see you outside of my dreams at night or something, and that's like personal to me. But I love it because it was a challenge writing from someone else's perspective.
I love that. Is that the first time you've done that in?
Kind of. Like I wrote one once called Gunpowder, which was from the perspective of Princess Diana when her marriage broke down.
Ooh.
But I never released it. I posted like a snippet of it on like Instagram, but yeah, I never released it because it just didn't fit into like the narrative of anything that I was doing.
Maybe I'll have a little listen.
Maybe I never recorded it, to be fair.
Did you not?
I just put like the lyrics on.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, so the next question is, what is it like creating your first single, Past?
So I remember when Past came out, and I'm sure I might have played it to you before it came out, maybe.
Yeah.
Past was really, really fun because it was like the first time I'd written, or well, I should say the first poem I released from like a deeper perspective. So like Becoming 18 was very nostalgic.
Yeah.
Where Past was the start of like the new era, I suppose.
Yeah, new beginning.
And it just kind of hinted at what was to come, because what comes next is very different, like lyrically, emotionally, and I wrote from a very different headspace.
Just like a whole new different.
Yeah, and I
scene
think
for you.
Past kind of explained how my past, my present, and my future all have resulted in how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes it's strange to think, how is your future impacting how you feel now? But like,
it's worries and stuff.
Yeah, and also like there are going to be things I do now which are going to impact my future.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, it was
canon effect.
Exactly. It was more of an interlude. It was very short. It was under a minute. And I remastered it for the album. So if you've not heard, I mean, you haven't heard the new version yet, but I added a lot of reverb and made it a little bit like mysterious. So it was good fun. It was weird writing it because it almost didn't feel like a story. It kind of felt like more statements.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it. Yeah, it was a good one to make.
I love that. And the third question is, how was creating this album being different from creating your first album?
Becoming 18 was an experience because I gave myself like 6 months to make it, which was a challenge because I had to write for the first time. I've never written poems before this, so it was like
something new to
exactly. Then I had to record it all, then I had to do the visuals for it, and I had to release it. And I didn't release it on Spotify and stuff because I didn't know how to do that.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I think because I didn't know whether anybody would want to listen to it. Like,
it's quite personal.
Yeah, and also like I was like, why would anybody want to listen to me ramble on about my life? Like, but it got a good response, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do another one. Becoming 18 was lighter lyrically in terms of it was more me reflecting on my life so far, where What Comes Next is like it's about pretty much about a year of my life. It's a very specific time. And it took me a year to write it because I wrote it as I was experiencing these things.
It's very raw.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard and read them.
It's so sad, some of them.
And I think because you were in the room with me when I recorded some of them, and you could see the emotion like when I was doing them. And I think What Comes Next is about experiences I've been through. Some of them, not all of them. But I wrote it for other people because
they can relate.
Like, I am so grateful for Lana Del Rey, Adele, like Sabrina Carpenter, all of them, because their lyrics really helped me come to terms with like how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And that I was feeling things which I didn't know if I should like be feeling like after a breakup or after like a sad time, and hearing their lyrics and knowing they went through the same thing.
Okay.
It was validating. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So that's why I wanted to create it, and I think the whole production of this album has been insane. Like I've collabed with people.
Mhm.
I mean, I mean, I'm so grateful. I had Dan and my friend Kieran do music for me. I had Esther appear. Obviously, you have been heavily involved with photography, doing the interview. So I'm very grateful for like the collaboration.
The people around you.
Yeah, because I talk about how my friends have helped me, and it's true within this album too. Like I've had so much help. And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted it to be a fun project. And I remember Dan saying that it really helped him having kind of like a little hobby to have, like to focus on. And like it just brought me so much joy, like knowing that.
Helping other
yeah,
people.
Exactly. I also made some of the music this time, which was fun. I made it on like I know it's controversial, but I made it on like an AI music thing because I can't play an instrument really.
Yeah.
But it was fun getting to like take something in my head and actually make it. So like the first track I released with an AI backing track was Next Time, which at this current time that we're recording this, Next Time comes out next week. So like we're recording this very much in advance. So you've not heard it yet. But when everyone's listening to this, if you hear like the orchestrated piano violin ballad, that was something I made on an app, on like
you did it yourself, yeah.
I did, yeah, because I was like, I need it specific for this, so I just did it myself. But yeah, long story short, a lot more production, a lot longer production time, a lot deeper lyrics, and
more confident.
Yeah, like even like the editing, like I listened back to my Becoming 18 tracks, and I'm shouting down that microphone. Where like these tracks are very clear, my voice, I think. So yeah,
you can feel every emotion.
You can feel the vibe, you know.
Get the vibe, guys. Next question was, what was it like filming the music video for your album?
So I'm trying to think how many I've done. I did Past, I did Polaroids, I've done Next Time, and I'm going to film one. I mean, people will know what I'm doing one for at this point, but right now I'm planning on doing one for Hometown. Maybe what comes next, the title track. But it was so much fun. Cause, like I went with my friend Lily to Weymouth, which is a beach in Dorset, and we filmed a lot of the Next Time music video.
Yeah,
that was great fun. I mean, it was a little nerve-wracking being in public and just filming, but it was good. We went into a theatre and filmed a little bit in there in like the lobby. So that was good. Then my sister helped me film a little bit at home, which was really good.
Did she help?
She helped with Next Time. So basically, I'm reading this letter, and she filmed like the bits of me in my room. So it was fun getting to collaborate with her and kind of
getting family involved.
Exactly, and giving her the chance to just have a go at some filming. And that was because family is at the heart of a lot of like, well, not a lot of them, but like some of the poems. Like Hometown is all about me coming to terms with leaving my family and moving on to the next stage. So kind of having them involved was good fun. But yeah, Past was more of a like, I took past clips I'd done, so that wasn't really that different in terms of filming. It was just kind of like a montage of old videos.
Yeah.
And then Polaroids, me and Esther filmed a lot on our last day of college, so it was very emotional doing that one. But I loved it because I take inspiration. I'm going to be saying their names a lot, but like Lana Del Rey's music videos are amazing. And her nostalgia theme is something which inspired my work. So yeah, I loved it. Long story short.
That's good. Did you do videos for your 18?
Yeah, I did.
Or not as many?
I did two. I did Quiet Country Roads and I did Del Carmen, I think. And again, they were very like nostalgic. I edited them to look like they were filmed on like an old camera. So the theme is still here. I think the nostalgia theme will always be with me.
Part
so
of you.
Exactly.
And next question is, what was it like creating Polaroid and Next Time?
So they were my next two singles. So Polaroids was... So, fun fact, Esther didn't know she was going to be reading on that poem until 2 minutes before we recorded it, pretty much.
Wow.
I messaged her and was like, do you want to read on it? And she was like, yeah. So the turnaround for it was insane. And we released it the week after we recorded it. It was very quick.
It was very quick.
Because I remember like telling you, like we'd recorded it and then it came out.
Yeah.
And then Next Time... it's a very emotional poem for me because of like the first time I read it was at an emotional time, but I'm glad I released it because it means a lot to me, because it kind of shows me like when I am doubting like, will I ever find love again, or like am I worthy of it, like stuff like that. I listen to it and I'm like, next time I'm ready, then it's fine. And I think like it's a poem which helps me a lot, and I don't like listening back to my own work really, but they do help me at times. So next time for me was like a helpful poem, and it got me through some times where I was kind of like unsure about like life, love, like all of that. So it helped me kind of find a goal again. And yeah, so I'm grateful for that one. Like a lot of these poems have allowed me to get to the happy place I am now. So
yourself.
exactly.
Next question. Has anyone inspired you to make the poetry albums?
I have a guess who might have inspired me to make it.
Lana.
Yeah, Lana.
Oh!
Well, Lana's got a poetry album.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can't listen to it on like Spotify or Apple Music. I've got the record for it, and I listened to it, and I was like, I need to do something like this because I don't sing. So I'm like, I wanted to express my
in a different way.
Exactly. I just feel so inspired by Lana's work. I just think she is incredible, and who isn't inspired by her, honestly. I just think like, I don't know. I can't express the feeling I felt when I read her poetry book. Like it's so raw and so deep, and I think it lets you kind of take the time to read through lyrics. Like Lana's music, I will sit and read the lyrics because you get the narrative like by reading it and listening to it. There's different things you can get from reading and listening. And I think her poetry album showed me that there is a market for poetry. Because poetry albums aren't that common, right? Like before Lana, I didn't know they were a thing. And like even like Lana's ride monologue and stuff really inspired me. So I wanted to do something a bit different. I remember it was over a year ago now where I had the idea, and I said like Lana is the person who's like kind of sparked this idea in me. So yeah, Lana, if for whatever insane reason you're listening, thank you for inspiring me.
Is she watching us right now?
Yeah, maybe.
I love that. What is the theme of your album? Is there a story behind the poems that you're within it?
Yeah, I mean, the themes are sadness. It's really sad. Sadness, heartbreak, coming to terms with...
Emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, like it's kind of coming to terms with things that have happened and being able to move past them. But I think like towards the end of the album, it is growth, moving on, next stages, like and finding that inner peace and inner happiness.
Yeah, it's like it's okay to feel sad.
Exactly. And I think like for me it really represents the order of the poems represent how I felt. So like you kind of have the start where I'm like kind of something's happening, you're not quite sure what's going on. Then you get to like Tired Heart, and then it's the real first hit of emotion, sadness, and not.
It's like we follow your life.
Exactly. It's like it's about like a year of my life, really. And then you get a little bit in the middle where I'm a bit like, okay, I'm finding a bit of happiness now. I feel like I'm getting better. I didn't let go. And then I do a little one about Adele, which is heart-shaped confetti, because Adele helped me through. I am writing another one about Lana at some point. I need to thank her. Then it went back to this sudden sadness of like, oh, like, what if this is the last time I see you? What if, like, this is really the end? And that's how I felt. I got really happy, and then all of a sudden I felt this second wave of heartbreak and, like, and stuff. So that's why it's in the order that it is. And then eventually, at the end, I'm like, okay, I'm happy now. I don't think about that person anymore. Like, and I wanted that to be represented because I think that's an average experience for a breakup. So I wanted people to feel
they're
like...
not alone.
Exactly. I wanted them to feel like... I understood them, if that makes sense. So that was kind of the themes of the album. And there was a second bit, wasn't there? Like it was the themes and the message, was it?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the message is just like, if you're going through heartbreak, you're not alone. Yeah.
Oh, touching. And next one is, what is your aims for this album?
My aim is for people to listen to it and to think about what I'm trying to say, because there are a lot of underlying messages in them which I wasn't going to point out directly because I didn't want to. Like for example, Watercolor Eyes, there is a very like deep underlying message. So I talk about someone painting me and I say, if you painted me, would you use like watercolor paint to paint my tears, or would you not paint them to hide like your guilt for causing them? And I want people to really listen to like what I'm trying to say. And like, I'm like, tell me if you painted me, would you paint my eyes blue or would you paint them another colour so I would fit your expectations? And it's very deep.
Yeah.
And there's little hints at different things, and I want people to just like understand that there are like always difficult things within relationships, whether that's romantically, friendship wise,
Yeah.
like a colleague or like a customer, anything. There's always underlying messages, and like people always going through things that like they don't always vocalize. So I want people to like listen to it and maybe just like check in and just see how people are.
Check in your friends, guys.
Exactly. And also like like I said, I want people to feel validated by what I'm saying, because that's what got me through the worst of like my sadness and heartbreak. I mean, I'm very lucky that it didn't last very long, but it still caused me to make an album.
Yeah,
So.
well, best thing to happen.
Yeah, exactly. At least something good came out of it, you know.
Because if this didn't happen, would this album even be a thing?
No. If I hadn't have gone through like
All of
the
that.
breakups and the sad
Loss
stuff,
and stuff.
yeah, it wouldn't have happened. And this is the most open I've ever spoke publicly about like stuff, so it's quite nice to just chat. Oh, I've got caught on a wire. It's nice to explain the context, but I just hope people appreciate that like writing these poems was not an easy task. To read things like that out loud is a lot more difficult than you think. Like when there were times when you were in the studio with me,
just cry.
Yeah, I was sad and I needed to restart. Sometimes I needed to leave the room and it was hard, but I got there. So
we love
there you
that.
go. Yeah.
And the penultimate question: did you come across any challenges when you created your album?
Yes. There is a whole other album which exists, which I didn't release.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a lot of poems which I didn't end up releasing. So I recorded pretty much the whole album, and then it all got deleted.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it didn't save. So there is a What Comes Next which exists, which will never see the light of day. And I took that as a blessing, because looking back, there was a poem called Impossible Expectations, which I don't know if I ever got as far as recording it, but it was in like the book to release.
Yeah.
And I looked back on it and I was like, I can't believe I was going to release it.
Was it bad or was it too personal?
It was way too personal. It was the longest poem I've ever written. It was a long poem. I reckon it would have been like 3-4 minutes long. And I pretty much just like blabbed on. And I was like
overshared too much.
I overshared and it felt too personal. And I was like, I'm not putting that in there. You guys will never see that poem. It's gone. Well, I mean, I've got it on my phone, but you're not going to see it.
Oh.
I mean, if someone somehow gets the file, if I did record it, then maybe you'll hear it. But like, there's also one called Tornadoes, which that was recorded like 5 times. That was like studio recorded, done. It was going to go out, and I decided I didn't want to put it out because it felt like I was narrating my own life, and it felt a little weird.
No,
I was like,
you weren't living it.
I was like, I've been through this and I've done this and like I'm going here, and I just felt like it sounded too robotic. So I was like, getting rid of that one.
Yeah,
exactly. So when the album deleted, I then put in McIntyre and Polaroids, and I think the album's way better now. Like, so yes, it was a challenge, and you know what another challenge was? My hay fever. Because when I recorded them, when I had bad hay fever, they didn't sound right. So I had to re-record most of the album like 3 or 4 times. Like, it was a little frustrating, but it was worth it in the end. And I wouldn't have made the album that I made today without... My chair's squeaking. I wouldn't have made the album I made today without that challenge. So
yeah,
I'm grateful.
So it helped you.
I'm grateful the album got deleted, but I was not grateful at the time.
Okay, final question. What comes next for your poetry? Are you planning on making a 3rd album maybe?
I like the little pun with the album title and the question. Very good.
Wow, who did that?
So, I mean...
Oh my god, I just... No, sorry, Karen.
Well, I feel like a lot, like quite a few people have asked me, like, what are you going to do another album?
Yeah.
I have recorded something which isn't a 3rd album, but it is something.
Do I know this?
Do you know this? I'm not announcing what it is yet, but
okay.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
No, you do know about it. It's the thing we were talking
oh,
about.
Okay, yeah.
I've recorded a few things, and I am gonna release them when it feels right. Because I think it's like the extended story, and it tells the story of a bit of like what happened, which I didn't talk about in my album, and then it ends on a very happy note. So there is something coming. There is something that has been.
For it.
Yeah, be patient for it. It's not a big thing like an album, but it's coming. In terms of a third album, I think it will happen probably. I mean, I'm having a creative break, as I call it, because my mind has no fuel to write at the moment. I wrote one the other day, like just kind of I had a bit of time, so I started writing a little one.
You just want to chill, nothing.
Exactly. I think the third album will come when it's ready. That might be 6 months, it might be a year, it might be 5.
Wow.
I'm not in a rush this time. I'm like kind of just chilling, but it will be a happier album. And I'm interested to see what my poems look like being written from a happy headspace.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether they'll have the same effect, because like when I'm listening to my sad poems, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm really feeling something here. But the happy poem I have written, like I haven't finished writing it yet. I think it speaks about something like the way I'm feeling now. I'm very much right how I'm feeling at the time. But I think it's the third album is not coming anytime soon. So if it does happen, I'm excited. But I'm enjoying just embracing this one.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like the third album is on my mind, and I've had this thought. I want to do one day, whether it's the next one or not, I don't know. I want to do a vintage Hollywood album, right?
Oh, okay.
So I want to do like old-fashioned backing tracks. I've made one already, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is perfect. So I'm interested to explore that route in telling other people's stories and using like vintage like voice notes, old like radio broadcasts, and like construct something with that. I also want to I have no idea how I do this, but I want to do a country album.
Ooh,
I don't know how.
That would be like a challenge for you.
Yeah, like the audio would be alright, but like how am I meant to do like a country poem? Like I don't know. I want a challenge.
Country accent, guys.
Well, I'd be like, I rode down the West Country. I don't know. But I just think I am waiting to feel. I don't know. I'm waiting.
Another emotion.
Yeah, like I know that I want to write from a happy headspace next time, and I am at that point. But I just think I want a little break. I don't know.
Little poem break.
Yeah, and I'm excited in terms of like the collaborations in the future. One of my friends is keen to make a poem with me. I also had another friend who is training to be a music producer who asked if he could produce some tracks for me. So like there is stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's just when I click the button and record again, I might, you know what, I might make all the music first and then record after, because I tend to record my albums and then do the music after to see what the vibe is. But we'll see. There's no rush. But yeah, third album one day. But enjoy the little gift coming up. I mean, I think it'll probably come out in like September.
Yeah, I was about to actually ask just before we end. Do you know the date it's coming out?
Oh, what like the thing?
No. This one.
Oh, it's already out when they're listening to this.
Stop, because pre-recording is not for me.
Well, it's coming up, like obviously as people hearing will know, but I can tell you it's coming out July the 25th, I think.
I'll be waiting for
The promotion is about to start, so get ready and stay tuned for what comes next, part 2, which is the little extended album, I'll call it right now.
And that comes to the end of my interview. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much.
Guys, go watch Charlie's new poem.
Yeah, go and listen to my album, guys. Thank you for the support with it, and I'm very grateful to have had the chance to do a second album. I thought I'd only do one, so here we go.
Second one
and
out.
Thanks for having me, Meski.
Okay,
it's been great fun. And also, I want Meski to be on an album one day.
Guys,
so
you might see me on one.
Maybe you will.
Thank you.
Bye.